Okay, so we'll start here. This is number 3 off of application 3. It's the single plane. We're going to draw just an XY axis to get started. I can probably do better than that here. Okay, and the first thing we realize here is that we're going to fly at a heading of 72 degrees for 750 miles. Since north is 0, 72 degrees is headed off in a direction that's closer to 90 than it is to 0. We'll label that 72. Then the next thing it does is it makes a turn to 155 degrees for 925 miles. To turn there, you're going to need a new north-south and a new east-west axis. And 155 degrees is close to 180, so we'll go down here like so. And it went for 925 miles, so it should be a little bit longer. Let's label everything. We have 750 here. We have 925 here. Okay, and I also turned from 0 here north on the second, on the first turn I should say, to 155 degrees. And what we're going to try and do is figure out where the plane is now from the starting point. Okay, and also the bearing. So just in general here, we can't find bearing till the very end, but what the bearing is, since it says from the starting point, is the angle we would have to go from 0 till we found the dotted line. So that angle altogether, what we realize it's made up of is it seems to be made up of 72 degrees and angle, let's call it angle A. Okay, so when we get to it, we can't do it till last, but it would be 72 plus angle A. Okay, so here we go. What we know is that inside, right in here, that much is the same as this 72 right here, because those are alternate interior angles. The north-south line here is parallel to the north-south line here, and then this jumps across the transversal. So when dealing with parallel lines, you can know those are the same on the alternate interior angles. So that's 72, and since we've drawn this really carefully, there's a little sliver in here on the other side that's the rest of it from 155 to 180, which would be 25. So this entire angle inside is 97. So we're ready now to set up the law of cosines to find the dotted line's length. The way we do that, it would be 750 squared. Move this over a little bit. There we go. 750 squared plus 925 squared minus 2 times 750 times 925 times the cosine of that angle between the two sides, and that was 97. And remember, that would be finding side B, so the formula says that's B squared. When you get down to that answer, make sure you square root it. I don't have my calculator with me here at home tonight, so that I can't actually do this and punch in exactly what I get, but I'm going to trust that the answer key says we should get nearly 1,260 miles. So you can do this and see if you verify that. And now I'm going to put that on the picture here. 1,260 miles is the missing side. And then we're going to go back here and look and see if we can't determine what this bearing is. And that's this blue arc right here. And that would be 72 plus angle A of the triangle. So if we can figure out just what angle A of this triangle is, we got this thing all taken care of. The way you're going to find angle A is use the law of cosines again. And the guy across from that angle, right over here, the guy across from it is 925. So it'll look like this. It'll look like 750 squared plus 1,260 squared minus 925 squared on top of 2 times 750 times 1,260. And remember, that's the cosine of A according to the law of cosines. So you will need to inverse cosine that answer. Okay. Remember, when you put this in your calculator, if you do that all in one step, that you contain the entire top and the entire bottom in parentheses. Otherwise, it doesn't get the division placed in the right order of operations. So I think that what this will give you is something in the ballpark. Let's see, 119 is the answer, and we're going to add 72 to that to get 119. So I think you're going to get this to be like 37. That would be 109. Let's see here, 37, 102. That must be 47. Must be 47. So if you get 47 there, anyway, what you know when you punch that in your calculator, whatever it gives you, you're going to add that over here to 72 to get the bearing from 0. So 72 plus angle A in your calculator, and then that would be the 119. So let me know if this helps. If not, maybe stop in tomorrow and we can go quickly through this before you have to take your test or anything.